All right, let's take a look at some of the 5.0 problems. First of all, with this one, you're going to have to get rid of, you want to isolate the exponential part first. So you're going to need to divide through by 4. You can either leave it as a fraction, or since 15/4 is a nice decimal, you can go through and just leave it like that. And I'm fine with that. And then from here, it's just going to be just like what we did for the 3.0 problem. So you're going to take the natural log of both sides. And again, remember, if you rather use log, that's fine. All the answers at the end will be, if you have log where I have natural log, you'll be okay. The 3 to the x minus 1 comes out front. Natural log of 3 equals the natural log of 3.75. At this point, if you wanted to, you could divide both sides through by the natural log of 3. There are some reasons why you don't do that when problems get more complicated, and so I'm going to not do that at this point. So then you've got that. You only have one term with the x, so we have to isolate the term with the x in it. So I'm going to add the natural log of 3 to both sides, and then I'm going to divide through by 3 times natural log of 3. If you wanted to, some people like to write this as, rewrite it so there's an x out front, and that's fine. If that's easier for you to see it, by all means do it. So then your final answer in exact form is this, and then the decimal equivalent would be whatever that turns out to be, and you can check the answer key for that. So that's how you go about that one. In the next problem, you've got exponents on both sides. So for that, notice you don't have to isolate anything. So at this point, you're just going to take the natural log of both sides. So this is going to become 2 minus x, that quantity times natural log of 5, equals the quantity of x minus 4 times the natural log of 2. Distribute everything out. And this is one of those times where the dividing thing doesn't work out quite so well as you would hope. So let's see, x, that one's for you, Noah. Anyway, but obviously if it's easier for you to do it, that's fine. Now I'm going to move all the x's to the right-hand side since I've got this negative x term here. Okay, so I'm going to add x natural log of 5 to both sides, and then I'm going to subtract, move this to the other side. So on the right side, or on the, I guess, constant side, I get that 2 natural log of 5 plus 4 natural log of 2, and then on the variable side, I get x times natural log of 2 plus x natural log of 5. And as you guys have gotten better at this point, you're going to factor out, hello, come on, there we go. You'll factor out the x. Then divide everything through. And again, I'm just going to leave it in exact form. Okay, so x then is going to equal this. So that's the exact form decimals I'll have out on the answer key. Next problem. I'm skipping one of these, so if I skip the one that you want, my apologies. I think it's the one with the base 10. With this one, since you have e to a base, taking natural, or e to a power, natural log would be the one to use here. You can use logs, but if I use natural log, remember natural log of e is just 1, and your life will get much, much simpler here. This becomes x minus 4, the quantity of x minus 4 times the natural log of e. I am fine if you feel like you understand enough to just go ahead and leave that alone and not write this. Again, in my world of over-explaining things, so everybody can understand, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to rewrite it like this. So if you jump to this step, you're okay. Get x minus 4, then I get 2x natural log of 3 minus 3 natural log of 3. Again, variables on one side, constants on the other. So I'll move this over by subtraction, and then I'm going to get 4 minus 3 natural log of 3, if you wrote that as negative 3 natural log of 3 plus 4, that's okay too. Factor out the x, so I get 1 minus don't, not write the 1. Quick ways to get a 4.5 for being careless. And then divide through by the quantity there. Do not cancel out the natural logs of 3, etc. So that should be your exact answer there. Okay, explicit functions, everybody's not favorite. Again, please, 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 please remember you need to isolate. I'm going to get the magic pen for this. Isolate your exponential term. So to do that, I need to divide this side through by r. So h to the rx power is going to equal f divided by r. At this point, now you can take, again, log or natural log, your choice, and that's why you don't write things with the magic pen, because they disappear. See, it's just like class. All right, so now you can take the natural log. So when I do that, the rx comes out front. I get the natural log of h is equal to the natural log of f divided by r. I'm going to put that in parentheses just so that it's all nice and neat and it's not confusing. Then at this point, divide through by r, natural log of h. And that's what x is going to equal. Now, to score brownie points, though it's not going to help your grade at all. But this does kind of bring in some of the stuff from 4.3. Now remember, if you're taking the natural log of a quotient, I could have also written this at the top part as the natural log of capital F minus the natural log of r over r natural log of h. And that would look a lot, I guess, cleaner for some people. Either way is fine. So again, make sure you guys isolate the exponential part. So here, again, we're solving for x, so we want to isolate this part here. To do that, we need to, first of all, peel back the different layers. To do some of that, I need to get rid of the t. And again, before you can, and then you can divide through by this opposite s, which will be nice. And then you can take the log of both sides. And again, if you use log instead of natural log, that's fine. I will not think any less of you. So we get x, the quantity of x minus 3 times the natural log of p is equal to the natural log of r minus t over the opposite of s. And again, if you want to clean that up and make it look nice, you can. But remember, you can only break the quotient part. The r minus t would have to stay together. In this case now, you can either divide through by the natural log of p if you wanted to, or generally it will look rather nice if you distribute this out. I'm going to do it that way. So then we'll add that in. Natural log of the quantity of r minus t all divided by s of the opposite of x is going to be plus 3 natural log of p. And then we're going to divide all of that through by natural log of p. Hello, come on. I hate it when the smartboard resets. So your final answer, x is going to equal natural log of r times t over the opposite of s plus 3 natural log of p over the natural log of p. If you wanted to clean this up a little bit, I could do the first part. Sorry, that's r minus t there. So r minus t all over the opposite of s divided by the natural log of p, and then plus 3. That would also work. But I would just expect the number on the top. And I think that is it for the problems. If you have any questions, call, text. Yep, stick your head out the window and yell really loud. See where things go. See you tomorrow.